A recent student of mine, David, came down to me. He'd been doing some great work on his downswing on his own, trying to hit way more from the inside. But he kept saying this one thing: Alex, I haven't got the results that I wanted. And I said, there's one reason. Your ball position, your setup is all wrong. So you're not able to access them. He was very, very surprised. But using this setup routine, it changed instantly. All that good work he'd done, we saw straighter ball flights, little bit of a draw with driver, and everything that he'd been working hard towards opened the door to it. I'm Alex Elliott, a coaching professional, and I'm powered by you, the viewers. We're answering this question today, but if you want yours answered, subscribe, turn the bell, and pop your question down below in the comments. And it's really interesting. David came to me wanting to just work on driver, but we had to go back to the start because everything was wrong. This is where we started. I said to him, I had this as our swing. And I said, imagine this hoop right here illustrates our golf swing. The further our ball's back in our stance, so let's say our feet would be here, where my hands are, okay? They represent my right foot and my left foot. The further the ball is back in my stance, the more I'm gonna hit down on it. The further back, the easier it is to hit from the inside. As you go more forward in your stance, can you see how our bottom of our arc's around here, and then our club, have a look at this yellow line, would start to work up if the golf club traced that line. And that's just a really important concept to understand. Our ball position affects what we call our angle of attack. So how our club is moving in relation to the ground. That's the first starting point in this video. Right, let's move on to the next phase here. There's two fundamentals I want you to get right. And this is super easy to get right, super easy. We're talking how much over the golf ball you are as our first one. And your reference point for this is our back of our armpits wants to hang down, if you were to draw a line straight here, over our balls of our feet, okay? Not too here, certainly not too over it, and not sat like this. So really simple, but vital important point to get right, because like I said, like David, you could have everything right in your swing, but you just can't access it. So the first thing is, the first fundamental is trying to feel the back of our armpits are hanging over the balls of our feet. The next is our width of stance. For all full shots, I'm looking to match again my ankles and my armpits. So straight lines now, ankles and armpits. Super important. It helps us transfer our weight, helps us move. Too wide, we can't move our hips. Too narrow, we become a little bit unbalanced. They might sound so trivial, they might sound so simple, but John Jacobs, famous golf teacher, everybody looks for the most complex things to get right, but laxes on these simple things. But if without them, without the foundations, the engine here, and then the speed in our hands is absolutely useless. So just, you know what, have a look at yourself in the mirror and just compare you to what I'm doing here. Something I have to do week in, week out, ankles over armpits, my width of stance, ankles and armpits. It's simple and easy to get right. Okay, let's move into this. This is really, really key. Let's start down this chain. So I've got my pitching wedge here, okay? I've now got 4 golf balls on the ground. And if you have a look at how I place these, this golf ball is just inside my left heel. This golf ball hangs down just behind the center of my stance. Now you'll notice here, these are actually, look how cool those are. These are the brand new Vice golf balls. I really like these. I've been struggling with my putting recently because I've just been using a thin line. Now when I use this, I find like it's so much easier to line up, easier to visualize the ball going in, and I've been putting so well. And actually, an added bonus, off the tee with driver, I just point this and this big track where I want to start the golf ball. As a visual, it's brilliant, and as a golf ball and feel, it's so good too. And if you want to use Vice, I'll leave my link and my code down below in the description. So, that first point, I want you now just to place a golf ball, okay, in line with that back golf ball. Get your stance to where this ball sits inside that left heel. So from player cam, it's going to look very much like that. Now this golf ball right here is the ball position, and this is how I broke it down for David, for your pitching wedge and your 9-iron. You would also include in this, if you had your 50, 52, 54, any wedges and your 9-iron, just in there like that. So if I hit one away here, look how now easy it is to get a cracking strike. Look at that. Whereas if it's too far forward, this club is working up too quickly in relation to where the ball is. That's your fat, that's your thin strikes. And I just feel sorry because you could do so many good things in your swing, but you just can't access them. Right, let's move swiftly into the next golf ball. 8-iron, right? This is so easy to get right. So 8-iron, 7-iron and 6-iron would all fall on the second golf ball. This one right here. Again, all you do is line your width of stance, your armpits, into this position here, and now you've got, that felt $1 million, that. The perfect ball position for your 8-iron and your 7-iron. Simple. And if I just illustrate why this is super important, we'll just go back to wedge very, very quickly here. Right? Have a look at this close down. That's where wedge wants to be. So that's roughly where our bottom of the arc would be, just ahead here. But if I had my ball position up here, when I'm anticipating my bottom of my swings here, can you see why I'd interact with the ground too early? That's why I would fat and that's why I'd thin. You might then search for like the most complex things to get right, when really it's the most simple. And I find this for, it's going to sound ridiculous and you might think, Alex, how have you got to that number? But 99% of my students don't realise how important this is. Okay, let's move now. This is why I think it's so easy. You can just leave the balls where they are and you can just shell ball all day long and really get beautiful strikes. Let's now, we'll get our 6-iron and 4-iron together. Because now on the third golf ball, I would have my 4-iron and my 6-iron, okay? In that same ball position. That's how I think about it. It's very, very similar, okay? Very, very much the same and easy just to go, okay, that's where I have it. So 3 golf balls in, that's where we're looking for our 6-iron or 4-iron, and obviously 5-iron would split the gap in there too. So really from the top, pitching wedges, 50s, sand wedges, and 9-iron. Then you'd move into 8 and 7, 6, 5 and 4, and finally this golf ball right here, okay, is our driver, our fairway woods, and our hybrids. And listen to where I said that was. I didn't say it was on my left heel. I said this golf ball lines up just inside my left heel, okay? Let's hit one away, right? Because this is going to be so exciting. Now, I want to just cover one simple thing here. And a lot of people will go, Alex, in the past, you've told me to have my ball position with hybrid a little further back. So how I would break this down for you, have a look. I would, with hybrid, be on the back edge of this golf ball, okay? And with driver, I'd be on the front edge of this golf ball, okay? Like if we went into these, we would have 4-iron on the front edge, 5-iron in the middle, and 6-iron on the back, okay? It doesn't have to be so specific like that. But what I'm saying to you is, if we're fatting and thinning our hybrid, look to have it on the back edge of this final golf ball. It's as simple to break down with a guide like this, something you can follow step by step. Okay, let's hit this one away. God, I feel so comfortable just knowing. I'm not guessing, and that's why I love that. Oh yeah, thank you very much. Oh, 158 ball speed. Crazy. So a simple guide for you to follow that I showed to David. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to subscribe.